It's Killer Ghost. Hope you guys are back with us after this long hiatus. Sorry we haven't been here for a while. We were in a wedding, and Fats is on his honeymoon right now. But we're back with an episode. Hope you guys enjoy. It's gonna be about this new Battlefield trailer, some Call of Duty news, and our E3 predictions. But before we start, let me throw it to my co-host.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Whatever time you guys are listening to this today. Finna get mango no huevos. Yes, it has indeed been a very long 2 weeks, but with good reason. Like Chris stated, Fats had his wedding, and now he's on his honeymoon, and we'll be back on regular programming soon after that. So, without any further ado, now on to the show. Um, Recently today, this week when you guys get to listen to this, Battlefield 2042 got announced, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna play some of it in the background, so that way you guys can see what we're talking about. I was actually pretty ecstatic with this game, with the trailer and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Chris, let me know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. I can
All
see
right,
it.
great. So right off the bat, right, just looking at this plane here. I don't know if you can see my mouse moving also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can see it? Okay, great. So this is called an osprey. And typically the ospreys, um, they're not in Battlefield. So this is the first time it's gonna be showing up in a Battlefield
Mm,
game, you
okay.
know. But just looking at the way this level looks, like just the scale of the level alone looks like it's gonna be massive. My
Hmm.
prediction is, do you remember the map that had the base jumping? I want to say it was in 3,
Yeah,
right?
I remember
It
that one.
looks something like that. So my prediction
Yeah,
would be that either we start from somewhere over here and then work our way down again, and then we
yeah.
all go down. But I was like right off when I seen this happen, that this osprey got shot. I was like, oh nah. I honestly believed that it was gonna stop right there, right? But soon, right after,
So, when I was watching it with your brother,
mm,
he instantly thought BR, because I guess of the parachutes and stuff.
hmm
But now that you're saying it, I think it's what is, and from what I've read, because I've read some stuff, I'll talk about it later. But from what you said, I'm leaning more towards what you saying. It's probably like a base jumping,
hmm
like that's the start of the map, and
hmm
you're just jumping into the map. Yeah,
so this right here, right? Like if you go back a few frames, right here, right? I just remember I said, "Oh, I thought it was gonna just stop right there," because it's like that cliche, like that plane stops at the very
hmm
edge or whatever.
yeah.
But right after, homie gets thumbs up. He's playing the game. You know when you're a kid in school that they gotta put your thumb down.
7 Up or whatever.
Yeah, he got 7 up all right, folded right there, right. But this is right here what got me hyped.
The wingsuit.
Believe it or not, for some people, like, oh, why would you be hype over wingsuit? This
Wingsuits are
changes the
cool.
game. You want to know why it
Yeah,
changes the game? Because it makes you more maneuverable in the air. So let's say
yeah.
later on, like in the other stages, right? Because you know how Battlefield is, and you've played Battlefield games before. They're always big. So imagine
Mhm.
jumping from building to building using a wingsuit, just through the city, like in and out, and landing somewhere.
Yeah,
It changes the
it's way
dynamic.
better.
And then sometimes, to be honest, you don't want to jump off a building, pop your parachute, and then dot 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 dot. At least this
Nah,
you have a
yeah,
fighting chance.
I agree.
So we see some of the dice stuff here. And then this city alone right here just looks massive.
Awesome, bro.
You know?
I remember you talking. Wasn't you talking about that little drone the other day?
Yeah, that was like the little wheel drone that
Yeah,
the I believe the engineers use. So just look at this frame, right? We
yeah,
have a heli
awesome.
up here, right? and then we have some planes in the background, and then this looks like a full-fledged like war going on. Down here we got some stuff happening, but in Battlefield 4, remember we had the tower, which is
I know
you
exactly
know
what
what I'm
map
talking
you're
about, right?
talking about. Yeah,
So imagine all of these now. You understand? You shoot one,
indestructible.
and then
Yeah,
they just come down and just
that'd
changes
be
the dynamic
crazy.
of the
Yeah.
level. You know, if there's one thing that I will say about Battlefield, it keeps you engaged from beginning to end. I don't know a person who's had a
Mm-hmm.
boring
Nah,
Battlefield
yeah, I
match. You
agree.
understand? Let alone one like this that I did read up because I had the chance to do that. I read up on Reddit that it's supposed to be 128 players on the
Ooh,
field. So if you do the math, that's 60 some.
64, 64.
Yeah. So that
That's
alone, you understand, we're
insane.
gonna have some really good matches. I don't know how it works because I also read something about there's AI squads. So I don't know if that plays
Oh, I didn't
something
know that.
similar to Titanfall, where like you get the little groups of people to make just fill it up. And if that's the case, I really don't mind it, like just grunts or whatever, because you want that real ambience of war. So that's for me at least.
Yeah, and I doubt. I don't know if anything currently could hold 100. Well, they could do it in Warzone, 150 people, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe.
it could work.
Yeah, it
So
could work.
we see this drone come down. When it landed at first, right? I thought it was exactly the wheel one, right? Because I saw real quick,
Yeah.
boom. It kind of got the little treads on the bottom here.
Uh huh.
Got the gun.
That's what I thought
But
too.
then you get the this is 2042 pot.
Mhm.
And then it takes off.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry, but
running.
you see some shit like this gunning at you, bro. You're gonna be like, oh
That's
not the
scary.
dog
Yeah.
drone, the dog drone. So here now we
This
seems
thing is
like
cool.
we have evolution. What was it called? Was it evolution or I think it was called evolution, where it the map changes as you play,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that looks like that's one of those things where um you have to do like events with your friends. Like what was the map that had the I think
I
it
know
was four,
there was a water map. I know that
yeah,
it
that
had
on
like a
this
sunken
uh-huh.
boat, and it would start raining and
Yeah.
hurricane and all that
And
stuff.
then this, and I think it was four, the one with the big satellite dish in the middle. Was it four or
Yeah,
three?
yeah, yeah. Four.
That you could shoot the cable, like you could go to the put the C4s on the cable lines, and it starts going, choo, choo,
Mm-hmm.
and then it falls down, and it's again. I think that's one thing that Battlefield has going for it is that this is the dynamic and map changing.
That's what they have to stick with. So that's all they got to do, really. This looks something like those close range maps, like
Hmm.
Metro and
But right here, bro, everybody gets fried. So
I
this
love this. The taking the tag.
we got this back, dog tags.
Uh huh. Love
Just
that.
you know that little that page you have, I think in 3 and 4, that you get to see everybody's different dog tags that you get.
Uh huh.
I
Love that.
like
I
that.
love that.
And I would assume it's safe to say that these will get tied into some form of battle pass. You understand? So you could possibly get somebody's battle pass dog tag to your collection, even if you didn't have that battle pass paid
Oh,
for,
I
you
get
know?
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So
This looks
again,
crazy too.
explosions and stuff. I believe this is gonna be the first full-fledged ice map because that's what it seems like. Because
All
remember, in the
ice.
other ones, we've had like snowy mountains or snowy
Yeah, yeah,
mountaintops or
yeah.
whatever. And for so this is where I'm gonna get a little confusing. We had Battlefield 5, and then we had the 4 or 1. I forget the
No,
way they
we
did it.
it's five and then one.
Yeah. So they had some really good snow looking maps in there, like some of the best looking maps. But I can only imagine, and this is where I think this game is going to really shine on high end graphics cards and the Xbox One, Series X, whatever, and then the PS5. I think this is where it's really going to shine because
Mm-hmm.
maps like this really look, beautiful. And then we get like these futuristic like treadmobiles. And then just imagine, right? Let's go back right here because this is something that I saw. Imagine having a gunfight down here, right? And this shit is taken off, and you get fried from this because
No,
you wanna. That it
that shit
changes
is
it
fire,
again. It
bro.
changes the dynamic of the game, and I'm really
Yeah.
happy with that.
Like, what if the objective is to not let them launch that shit? Like, you
Hmm.
gotta that would be wavy, bro.
So
This map look, yo, when I saw this
fire,
shit, bro,
fire.
with the sand.
Honestly, what I thought it was, right? Because I could be wrong, but most likely I believe so. I thought this was like Tokyo, right? And
Hmm.
then like the since it's 2042 years in the future, something happened with the planet, maybe like eco warfare or some shit happens. Because later on in the trailer, I'm gonna show you something.
Maybe, yeah.
I thought that all of this was just dried up, like the things. But then I was thinking about it. Japan is an island, right? So I don't know how
Hmm.
that would work exactly. So my thought is that, or some sort of like Pakistan, Dubai, or
Yeah, I was
you know,
thinking Dubai, yeah.
here because of copyright and DMCA, I can't play the actual music. This is where we get the dun, 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 dun. And bro, I got
Yeah.
hype. So again, imagine you on a wingsuit, maybe somewhere up on this building here, right? Is about to get destroyed, boom, boom, and then your only option is to jump off, right, to
Yeah.
survive. I
Uh-huh.
don't want to parachute down. Yeah, it's cool, but just going through the city itself and finding a new place, I think would be well worth
Nah,
it.
yeah, I agree.
So the little birds,
That's the little bird,
uh
yeah.
huh, and then here
This
goes.
this shit is fire too.
But you know what also gets me hype about this trailer, right? Is that in a sense,
This shit is
we're
doable.
exactly we're
That shit you could
seeing
do that
what you
shit.
do in the game.
Uh-huh.
You
Cause
understand?
you could do shit like that. Throw the fucking little car at the chopper
With
or
a
fucking
C4 connected to it.
yeah, and blow it up. Because I've done shit like that before.
And I think
And
another
this too,
thing too,
I've seen a
yeah,
video of somebody doing something like this too.
plenty of times.
That's what I like a lot too. It's not showing you stuff that you can't do.
Hmm.
It's all shit I've seen done.
So I know next week we get the full on gameplay trailer, but
Sunday,
imagine
yeah.
that, bro. Just let's go back again, right? Let's go back again. How many times were you able to pull something off like this?
Oh no,
You
I've
know?
never done it.
No, but I'm
But
saying
that
that you
shit,
were able to, because you're
it's
able to do
possible
it.
though,
You
yeah.
understand? You're able to do it. But come on, you can literally get off a thing, have a lock on rocket launcher, and then, because there's plenty of videos where people jump out, snipe
Hmm.
midair and shit like that.
I've seen it, yep. Shoot the rocket and then jump right back into
Hmm.
the jet.
You
Yep,
know,
definitely seen that.
because it's doable.
Hmm. I'm so glad they went future slash modern, man.
Hmm. And I think that this is done in a way where which was, and I know this is Battlefield heavy, but which COD was it where they started doing like the futuristic stuff? It was three, right?
Modern Warfare 3,
No, of Black
maybe?
Ops, Black Ops.
Maybe, I don't know.
So I think it was Black Ops 2 where they started doing the futuristic stuff. And for me, it was too futuristic because I didn't want to do wall running and stuff like
Then they
that. And
have, yeah, they had like Infinite Warfare, Advanced
Mhm.
Warfare.
So I'm glad that it's still, like you said, grounded in some
Yeah.
form of modern. So remember earlier what I said? I was going to come back to the eco warfare.
Yeah.
Doesn't this look like this was triggered by an event in the map?
Yeah, because they seem surprised.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know that maybe there's an objective or something that you could always do, because there's in all the Battlefield games that I've played, at least there's always something that you could trigger, like the big megalodon in one of the maps, the water one I think you were talking about.
Yeah.
You could get the T-Rex to come out and eat the goat in the satellite one. So this would be fire.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely gonna have weather stuff
Yeah, for sure.
because they usually do. Like even in I think 5 and 1, they had like sandstorms and shit.
Hmm. And again, that wingsuit comes back, but you get, pulled in. But again, it changes the dynamic of the game. Like you're able to do stuff. She used it, or I'm assuming she, because it looks like a smaller soldier.
Yeah,
For this. So, just overall, like I really do believe that. And again, for the people that are listening to this, we implore you to watch this on YouTube because you get to see what we're talking about. But I really do believe that this game has solid staying power, like really, really good solid staying power. And if it continues to wow us the way it did with just their reveal trailer, I think it's gonna be in a great position, you know.
I agree. I have so I got a lot of info that's not in the trailer.
Go ahead.
It'll be by the time people watch, it'll probably be knowledge or whatever, common knowledge. So what is it? Where is it? There's confirmed 3 different multiplayer experiences for launch. All Out Warfare, Hazard Zone, and third mode built by Dice that will be unveiled July 22nd at EA Play. All Out Warfare is standard Battlefield like Conquest, stuff like that. Hazard Zone is an all new high stakes game type with a strong focus on really tight squad play. Um, All Out Warfare can be played against AI, so you can get to grips with the game and play at your own pace.
So I guess that's what I was meant earlier with like the groups of people,
Yeah.
like the
So
Titanfall.
they say the final mode, which will be revealed July 22nd, is described as a love letter to Battlefield fans and aimed at longtime fans of the franchise. So we'll see about that. Um, no BR yet. Something we'll have to see down the line. That's what they're saying about BR. Crossplay, they're speaking more about it closer to launch. Then the maps, there's 7 multiplayer maps at launch. There's the one the futuristic looking city one that we saw.
Hmm.
That's Kaleidoscope, is set in South Korea. Features enterable skyscrapers, zip lines, water combat, and roaming twisters, I guess, like what we saw.
Yeah.
The Manifest is one of the game's larger maps, has players duking it out in a container yard in Singapore. Oh, that's
Oh, so that was the ship where
yeah.
those guys got fried.
As the match progresses, cranes will pick up and move containers, likely changing the map's layout. That's cool. Orbital is the one with the spaceship. Is a medium-sized
Oh
map
yeah, yeah,
featuring a rocket launch site in French Guinea on the South American coast. This is one of the maps to feature Levolution, with the rocket taking off mid-match, but
Oh,
doesn't
what I
always
call
go
the
as
evolution.
yeah,
Huh.
Levolution, but doesn't always go as planned. The rocket launch. Ooh. Renewal set in India will offer 2 unique gameplay experiences. A massive wall splits the map in two, with a lush area on one side and a barren desert on the other. Discarded is also set in India following a drought. There will be a massive ship called Colossus that hides a submarine inside, and it's roughly 4 times the size of North Shore Canals. I guess that's an old map. Breakaway is the biggest map in 2042, which likely makes it the biggest Battlefield map ever. This massive map will have players fighting on a mountainside in Antarctica. Oh, I guess that's the one you saw that they jumped off maybe
Oh, okay.
in the beginning. Hourglass, that's the Sand City. Taking place in the city lost in sand. Hourglass is a particularly large map, being much bigger than Battlefield 5's Hamada. A sandstorm passes through the map that will engulf the cityscape and stadium. Oh, there's specialists. 10 specialists at launch.
God damn. Because before we had the
Um,
medic, engineer, assault, and sniper. Correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's saying you don't choose your specialist based on the primary weapon. You choose based on your desired role, which is cool. Because I remember like the medic had only like certain guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So the first four specialists are the regular ones. The assault utilizes a grappling hook and has increased agility when aiming down sight. Support uses a support pistol to revive and heal teammates from afar. That's fire. Engineer deploys a turret that auto engages enemies and vehicles. The engineer can stand near turret to boost efficiency, but it can also be EMP'd. And then Recon has a drone that reveals enemy positions and disrupts electronics, which can either be manually piloted or left on autopilot. The Recon Specialist also has EMP darts and a movement sensor for their exclusive trait. Um, there's gonna be a beta supposedly if you pre-order. And what else?
So I have a
So,
question for you, real quick. Do you
mhm.
pre-order it on console or PC?
That's hard because I want if it's crossplay, I'm getting on PC, 1000%. I don't know, bro. I
So
probably pre-order.
we're gonna wait to see then what they announce.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for because I want it because I have mad people on Xbox I know gonna play. Supposedly the release date is October 22nd. Supposedly,
That's not bad. That's kind
let
of
me
in
see when
line
that is.
with
That's a Friday,
those. But the big issue is since we have the
which
new
makes
COD, I
sense.
think COD usually drops in November, right?
Yeah, but that's another thing too. I want to get to after the Battlefield stuff
Okay.
because I have a lot of stuff about that too. So there's a Ultimate Edition. It looks kind of fire. I don't know if this is like a. It comes with a midnight bundle. It's like a guy. He looks pretty cool. Let me send it to you in Discord. So it's like and it comes with a skin for that little dog.
Oh, the little bot.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on Discord now. The picture. All right. Here we go. I don't know. It's sent to you. I think you gotta download it. But comes with a soundtrack, art book, cross-gen bundle. Oh, so I guess it's for like PS4 and PS5. Four new specialists, four battle passes, and then a couple skin bundles. It's not bad. Um, Vehicles work differently in Battlefield 2042's All-Out Warfare. Any player can call in any vehicle anywhere on the map through a new in-game tablet. Your chosen vehicle will be parachuted down to you in seconds.
Assuming that's on a cooldown, because that'd be
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I would assume. Um, you could change weapon attachments on the fly. Okay. If you subscribe to EA Play, you get early access to the open beta. Starting October 15th. No,
So
10
about a
hour.
week's,
No, the beta is different day. I'm sorry. It says 10-hour trial starting October 15th.
that's in line with the EA stuff. So will we be seeing that on the EA Play since it's connected to the Xbox Game Pass now?
I hope so. It doesn't say anything about that. There's gonna be an alpha in July. No campaign. I don't know if you heard about that.
I'm fine with that. To be honest, I don't jump into it. To be completely honest, so that's no loss for me personally.
Um,
I'm sure there's people that like that kind of stuff. but I'm
So
fine
there's
without that.
4 seasons of content. So I know you obviously a battle pass each season, probably.
Typical battle passes are anywhere from like 60 to 90 days. So
Like you said, 128 players. Oh, that's only on the new systems though. For PS4 and Xbox One, the modes are capped to 64 players.
that's 32.
The
That's what
overall
they used to have.
the overall maps in the game will also be reduced in size on these platforms. Interesting.
But it kind of pushes the fact that they want us to have the new consoles as well, because then we get to see the real true power and fidelity of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, what else? That's it. That's all for that news.
Right. So then that's all we wrote for Battlefield 2042. So I
Yeah,
think
we're
that
pretty
that's a
hyped for
great.
that.
I think that was a great start for the weekend news in terms of just shooters, because this month of June we have E3, so we'll talk about that later on as well.
Yeah, let me tell you. Let me see if I find the Call of Duty stuff. Um, so it's so this is from VGC News. Activision plans to skip E3 2021 and will rather reveal the game within Call of Duty Warzone in the months ahead. So they're gonna reveal the game in Warzone, the
That'd be
next
pretty
game.
interesting.
So Warzone's supposedly getting a massive World War II revamp that will include the game's largest map yet. So it's gonna be a new Warzone map.
I'm sorry. You said a World War II.
Yes, World War II map.
I don't know, man.
The
I don't know
time
if I
plan
could
to
do it.
coincide with the release of the game rather than arriving months later. So instead of it being like you know how Cold War came and then months later the map change is gonna be instead is gonna be around the same time. So the Vanguard map is set to be set in the Pacific theater of World War II and is significantly larger than Warzone's current Verdansk environment. The new map will feature Pacific-themed vehicles as part of its experience. And as previously reported, Call of Duty Vanguard will run on Modern Warfare's engine. Call of Duty Vanguard will release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, whatever, PC, PS4, Xbox One. Still crossplay, progression. Uh, New campaign, new multiplayer, co and zombies. The zombies is gonna be co-developed by Treyarch.
Which
There's no,
honestly, that's their cup of tea. Treyarch does the best zombies, so
yeah, there's no release date, but they saying that it's gonna be late revealed later in the year thanks to Warzone success. Um, what else?
I think like overall, I would hope that the gunplay stays as fluid as it's been this last season for the next game. But I don't know. It's just I've never been a fan of old guns. Like I don't know how I feel about that specifically. Bring on the new map, great, but this going back and forth between time skips for whole years, I don't think I could do.
No, I'm not like excited about what I'm hearing, honestly. Like for that, just make it. Don't even make a new game. Just make a new map or for Warzone, and then let like for the competitive people, let Cold War rock another year. I mean, that's probably sucks, but still.
Hmm.
And then Warzone could be your main thing. Make a new map, hype it up or whatever.
Hmm.
Put some new guns, and then let that
Do
rock
you
for a
do
year.
you feel that eventually that will happen? Like they will
I hope
have
so.
a team that you know switches every year for the games, and then they have two teams that switch every year for the Warzone itself.
That would be the
Think
smartest thing, I
you
think.
think that'll work better because then that way you have a team that's dedicated to actually playing, actually making the game work when it comes to Warzone specifically. So it'd be like year one, Team A has it. Year two, Team B is working while year one was already on working and dropping whatever they were doing.
Yeah, because then you don't have to make one every year. Like
Hmm.
it should be every 2 years to make a Call of Duty.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I think. I thought it was more info, but I think that's it.
Yeah. So personally, I'm gonna be honest. I'm more excited, obviously, for the Battlefield stuff. It's refreshing. It's new. We're getting away from that old school stuff. But on the other hand, Call of Duty is scaring me because I don't want to invest my time into playing a World War II game, and I don't want to invest my time into playing Warzone with so many old guns, or them. I don't know. It's just like I worry that the game state of the game is not going to be as fun as it is now. Personally,
Yeah, because real quick, if we could go back in time,
sure,
did you play World War II when it came out?
yeah.
It
I
was
played. I
terrible,
played
bro.
all of them. I played a World at War. I played every single COD game. And I've always the ones that I didn't like, I stopped playing immediately. Like Ghost, I
What?
stopped playing
Yeah,
immediately. You understand? The old, the recent. Remember when they were doing like the jumping on the wall and
yeah, like
stuff?
Infinite Warfare,
And then
Advanced
they
Warfare.
jumped into the World War game. I
Yeah, this
played
one,
it.
World War II. Yeah,
Yeah, I played it for a couple of weeks, maybe like 2 weeks, with my friends and my
same.
brother. And then right after that, I went
It
back to
was
GameStop and I
terrible.
got rid of it. Not gonna hold you, man. I didn't bother to play it ever again. I didn't like that style of gameplay. I didn't like the gunplay. I just didn't like it at all, And I think that if it takes, this is one thing I'm willing to bite. If it takes a year for the modern warfare people to, do what they really got to do to make the next game shine, you understand? I'm willing to wait that.
That's what I say.
Then,
Yeah, exactly.
but if it's because we're playing the old school stuff, I can't do it. I've never been a fan of that. Like, I don't know a person realistically that's like, yeah, I want to go shoot a musket.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know. You understand? Or the Nuzin Nagat, the sniper, or whatever. You understand? Personally, but to
I don't know
each
what
their
they're
own.
gonna do. Like, cause then they would have to. I don't know if they would make you not. I don't know. Isn't
Hmm.
we're gonna see what they're gonna do? Cause Cold War kind of worked because they brought up the guns to be in line with the Modern
Hmm.
Warfare guns,
But it
kind of.
also worked because the year change. Like if you think about the years, right, the decades, it's kind of I could deal with for 20 years, change.
But not like 80.
But you're
Yeah, that's
going
true.
all the way down to World War
Ugh,
II. Is a different time. You
yeah,
understand? And you really can't do personally a lot of fun, unique looking skins either. You understand? It'd be so out of place if you see a guy that has fucking goggles on from the 80s and World War. Personally, you
I'm
understand? But
yeah,
whatever.
I'm. The last thing I'm gonna say about Battlefield is I mean Battlefield COD. I'm thinking we're gonna play a lot more Battlefield than COD personally this year, based off of what we're hearing.
Hmm.
But we'll see. We'll
We
see
could
what
be
COD
wrong, yeah.
has. So what's your E3? You got any E3 predictions? I know I have some.
So, I would love to see something Fable related. Like, if that
Ooh,
were to
uh-huh.
happen, I think Fable. It's
Didn't they
time
announce like
a
Fables?
few times, but then it gets pushed back. It got like I want to see something solid. Um, this falls in line with Xbox's whole thing that they were gonna wait a year to start dropping IPs and stuff. But then you got to think about it. Typically, when we see E3, we don't see those games for another year after that. You know,
Yeah.
so I would hope
I'm looking right now. I
to
forgot this
see
trailer.
something from Fable. It would be nice to see that game. You remember that game that was shown a few years back with the dragons, that you could ride dragons, that got canceled?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
it
I
would be
forgot the
nice.
name of
Yeah,
it.
I'll figure it out later on. But it would be nice to see maybe them come back to that. Don't show me nothing Crackdown related because that game was shit. I know everybody's excited for Halo, and I would hope that that game alone propels Microsoft further. Um, I think we should get more. What's this game called? Perfect Dark. Remember we had that trailer last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was last year. Perfect Dark and new IPs. I'm always excited for new IPs. I think that um, the ones that last don't get as much credibility, like Days Gone. Like I don't know why they ditched a sequel to that, which was a surprise. I hear like small little glimmers and rumors of Last of Us getting a sequel, and
I heard that
Sony
too.
supposedly, allegedly, will announce an Uncharted. So
But I heard they're not gonna be at E3.
no, but I'm talking about like my predictions in terms of like
Oh, okay.
you know
You
like
think
from
they're
the
gonna do a
studios.
state of play or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be the right thing for them to do. You
But
understand?
not during the same week. You
Yeah,
think
not during the same week.
they're
Yeah,
gonna wait?
just I hope to see new fun IPs. Surprising enough, I'll bite on this one as well. Remember, I was shitting on the dodgeball game.
Uh huh.
It's surprisingly really fun. So
Yeah, it is. It
if
is
more games like that could,
like indie
um,
stuff.
can beat my expectations, I think it'll be a great E3. If not,
So, so
mediocre.
you saw it's gonna be Xbox and Bethesda because they own them.
hmm
So you think you're gonna see anything Bethesda related?
The only game I'm looking forward to is Star something Sky.
Starfield?
Yeah, that's the only game because we can't get, and if they do it again, we cannot get another fucking Skyrim remaster. We
Yeah.
can't do that. We
That's
need
it.
something new. But yeah, those are my predictions.
So I've been hearing stuff is probably gonna show new Switch. I heard of Switch Pro. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about that, which if it's true, I might have to cop it, trade my
Definitely.
old one in, cause they saying like is gonna run way better the games and stuff. So that's definitely a must. For Nintendo, like as for Nintendo, I want to see more stuff on the Pokemon games,
Yeah, we
like
have
more
Arceus
trailers.
game coming out.
I think they already had the release dates leaked or whatever, but I want to see more like trailers and stuff. We was talking about this. I think you had gotten off, but we were talking about this last night. Like, if they can make Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium is possible, bro. Like, they could do a Pokemon Stadium. That shit would be hype. Like,
hmm
that's something I would wish for.
hmm
But
Because what they kind of did was they made it here, like they made it in the recent one because you technically battling in a big arena. You understand? But
mhm.
what made Stadium unique was the stuff you can do in it, like through the battle tower.
The
You
mini
understand? The mini
games.
games with your friend that would be fucking
Yeah,
fun and hilarious on a game night.
yeah. That's like it's possible. It's definitely possible. Um, I'm thinking they show something on the not Wind Waker. Um, what's the fucking Zelda? I'm bugging
Breath of the
now.
Wild 2, that's what they
Breath of the
called it.
Wild 2. There you go. I'm thinking they show something. Maybe it comes out because the first one came out like in March or something, right? With the system, it didn't
hmm
come out in the winter. So I'm thinking they do something like that, like quarter one, 2022 is gonna come out. Maybe with the new system, it comes out with at the same
Yeah, I
time.
think is new switches are overdue because I'm in dire need of a new one. Mine's just working perfectly fine, but you know when you want that nice refresh.
No,
So
facts, facts, facts. So what else? Nintendo, I don't see anything too crazy. Like
yeah, because most of the stuff got announced a few
I heard
weeks ago with like the punching game and the squirting game, the water game.
Yeah, I heard a new Donkey Kong or something, a 2D Donkey Kong. That's what I've been hearing a lot of things about too. But for Xbox, probably some Starfield stuff, maybe. Um, what else?
I know you play
Xbox
Halo
got
with
a
your brother, right?
Halo. Oh yeah, Halo. I'm hoping for some Halo news. Maybe a little update that things are going good, not no more delays or whatever.
And
I'll be
what's the
happy with
guy's
that.
name? Craig. Greg, the whatever that monster shit is called.
Oh my god. Um, what else? I'm trying to think. Xbox they gotta show some more first party games. I know that. I don't see them doing anything hardware wise. Like
No.
I would I would what would be fire though? Actually to see Elite Series 3, like maybe a little sneak peek, like working on the Elite Series 3,
The
the
controller?
controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I heard the
One
last
thing
one was actually kind of fucked up too.
one thing that they can do is give us the options through Microsoft, right? To like do what Battle Beeves and the other people do.
They have something like that, the design lab.
But like more, I think with Battle Beeves is a little different because you can actually change even down to like the tech, like the
Nah,
input and
yeah, that's
stuff.
true.
So
That's true. That's true. That's what I'm. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe at least Series 3, because the last one I heard wasn't too good, and hopefully this one doesn't come with a lot of mistakes. Um, as for PlayStation, well, and also they got to say something about the expandable storage, because
yeah,
the
they
one that
need
they
a
sell,
the proprietary one is too expensive. They need
they
to
got to
let
do
other people
something.
get in on that.
As for PlayStation, they gotta same thing. The memory they gotta finally announce when they selling those because they still haven't had that. Um, maybe new controller colors.
Hmm.
They already showed a lot of Horizon, so I don't see more on that. Maybe a release date.
Hmm.
Um,
So
God of War they already said 20. They pushed it back, right? 2022.
my I'm looking at a list here. So tomorrow starts the E3 weekend. So as of well, you guys listening to this today on Friday. So yesterday E3 started.
Okay.
For some reason, Verizon has a presentation
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
television has a presentation.
That's a weird one though. That's I don't know. I
Hmm.
rather they have like mad different people doing things there. It's weird.
Yeah.
I heard the is it Ubisoft who makes Rainbow Six? They're gonna
Yeah.
show that Rainbow Six
The zombie shit.
infection, whatever,
Yeah.
yeah. They're gonna show that. Um I don't know. This year's tough because we haven't heard like either we have the things we know we already heard about
Hmm.
or we're already getting trailers for like Battlefield,
And I think that
Horizon.
with with the pandemic really shutting it down and everybody making the jump away from showing up at a booth and you being crowded by people and blah blah blah, this kind of eases the stress on them that they can do everything from a set location, dedicated server, boom, everybody sees it at the same time, and then could go back to it. Not that you couldn't do that previous years, but you know, the only thing that changes is getting like the pre-alpha game stuff that you get to play. But not that
Yeah,
we've get that chance at the moment. So
we never got it, but I remember watching Doc going to E3. That was fun
mm,
to watch. But yeah, I don't like the biggest thing I think is the new Switch. I wonder
hmm
if the screen is gonna be bigger or I don't know how it's gonna be.
mm,
We're gonna see, but
I
that's the
agree with
biggest
you.
thing I think that we're gonna see.
Overall, like with the announcement of Battlefield, the news about new COD, this is a very first person shooter podcast. And then the E3 prediction. Really what we have to do is wait for next week, deliberate on that, and see how much gaming is going to change within the next 2 to 3 years, because we're only at the beginning of these new consoles, only at the new beginning.
Yeah,
And for those that are on PC sides, we just got TIs. You understand? So having the 360, 70, 80, and 90, and now we got the TI version of those is like, you know, and then Ryzen coming out with their stuff. it's a really great time for gaming, but it's just like, what are we gonna play? What has staying power? You
Hmm.
know, so.
That's what it's all about.
Mhm. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please tune in next week and every week after that to the Fair Shake podcast. Again, Fats will be back with us next week. He's on his honeymoon. Congratulations to him again and
Yeah.
his wife. Chris, take it away.
Um. So next week we're gonna be doing a lot of live reactions, I guess, to the E3 stuff. So tune in for that. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. And this is the Fair Shake Podcast, suckers.